To many a Pokemon fan, Fire-type Pokemon are considered to be the best. Yep, that's one hell of a bias, but let's not forget that there's no shortage of fantastic, powerful, and endearing Fire types out there. For the sake of this list, we've aimed to not include multiple evolutions of the same kind of Pokemon. Meaning, while Charmander is the bomb.com, that little guy won't be on this list since his higher evolution made the cut. No surprises there though. With that in mind, let's jump into our list of the top 10 Fire-type Pokemon. And at number 10, Ninetales. Starting off this list with an OG generation Pokemon, Ninetales is the evolution of Vulpix, the Firefox. Ninetales is arguably one of the most majestic Pokemon out there, and requires a Firestone to get. It's a vengeful Pokemon, known to curse those who mistreat it, and is incredibly intelligent. It is able to understand human speech easily. It's worth noting that Ninetales during the earlier generations of games wasn't all that spectacular outside of its aesthetic and history. Rather, by the 4th generation of games, the Pokemon got a bit of an upgrade, with its Drought ability. And in the Alolan region, if you use an Ice Stone on your Vulpix instead of a Firestone, you're given the Ice Fairy variant of Ninetales, for those who prefer it in a different element. Up next, number 9, Magmortar. Some players praise Magmortar for its strength. The evolution of Magmar, a once standalone 1st generation Pokemon, Magmortar proves itself useful towards many a Pokemon type, and has some pretty epic abilities the likes of Fire Blast and Hyper Beam. On the other side of things, some fans weren't overly keen on Magmar getting an evolution, and were disappointed by Magmortar, and really didn't like the design for the Pokemon. I don't know, what do you guys think? And at number 8, Victini. Some players have mixed feelings towards Victini. It's a pretty great Pokemon overall, although some feel it's lackluster in the Fire type department. Despite all of its endearing charms, some players found its mix of Fire and Psychic types to be unimpressive. That being said, Victini can also whip out some pretty powerful moves at times, like its Overheat and Flare Blitz. After all, it's a Pokemon with the ability to store and harness energy, which is pretty neat. Plus, its Victory Star move in Super Smash Bros. Is also quite handy. Up next, number 7, Infernape. Fire and Fighting types combined? Yes please. That's the gist of Infernape, and why so many fans rally behind this Pokemon. The combination of those two types gives it a serious advantage over a lot of other Fire types, and makes it quite remarkable in battle. The evolution of Chimchar, a 4th generation Fire starter Pokemon, Infernape is also known for being quite fast. Up next, number 6, Entei. While some people had mixed feelings about the 2nd generation legendary dogs, especially since the 1st generation legendary birds were held close in many of our hearts, the legendary dogs were actually pretty neat, and a cool addition to the Pokemon roster. Entei included in that. According to one of his Pokedex entries, when Entei roars, a volcano will erupt on the other side of the world. For an incredibly powerful Pokemon, it's fairly well rounded when it comes to power, speed, and stamina, making Entei not only a trophy Pokemon to parade around in your team, but one worthwhile to bounce at your other Pokemon. Up next, number 5, Ho-Oh. Another legendary Pokemon on our list, Ho-Oh is the Guardian of the Skies. It's a Pokemon that resembles a phoenix and a peacock combined, and is the mascot of Pokemon Gold. Its base stats at level 50 are pretty darn impressive, a total of 680, which is equal to only a few other incredibly powerful Pokemon. Given that it's a combined type, fire and flying, its capabilities are impressive too, and you can always count on it to pack a punch in battle. And at number 4, Typhlosion. The evolution of the 2nd generation Fire starter Pokemon Cyndaquil, Typhlosion is without a doubt a beast. Primarily useful when it comes to power and stamina in battles, Typhlosion was one of the star Pokemon of the 2nd generation, was always adored for his cool fiery mane, and was capable of learning a plethora of moves outside of its type, including Electric, which made it really versatile. Typhlosion is also resistant to many different types. Bug, Steel, Fire, Grass, Ice, and Fairy are fairly weak against it, with only Rock, Water, and Ground type Pokemon having a serious leverage over it. Up next, number 3, Arcanine. Another original Pokemon from the 1st generation, Arcanine is one of the more straightforward Fire types out there. Like Ninetales, it's known for being majestic, and for its grace and speed. It and its previous form Growlithe are also known for being the police pooch of choice in the anime by Officer Jenny, which scores it some serious nostalgia points. Aside from that, it's notably a well-rounded Pokemon, and always a reliable choice in battle, unless facing a water type that is. And its Intimidate ability in later generations is one of the more arguably effective defensive moves out there. And at number 2, Blaziken. Despite looking like a flaming chicken, Blaziken is a more than worthy Pokemon. Another fire fighting type, it is arguably the strongest of that combination, and is even rated as an uber tier by Smogon, the competitive Pokemon community. Introduced in Generation 3, it's the final form of Torchic, and it can also evolve into Mega Blaziken, who has a stat base of 630. In addition to all that, its speed boost ability makes it nearly invincible at times, so it's easy to see why Blaziken quickly became a fan favorite. Not too shabby. And finally, in our number 1 spot, Charizard. Charizard wins our top spot for multiple reasons. First off, it's an undeniably strong Pokemon, part fire type, part dragon, which quickly became a fan favorite, especially since so many players had one of these in the early Pokemon games. The second reason ties into that point. Charizard is incredibly nostalgic, especially for those generations of gamers who grew up playing Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow, while simultaneously watching the Pokemon anime show. Fans of the show likely projected the distinct personality that Ash's Charizard had onto their own Charizard in the games, and And even if they didn't, the Pokemon is considered to be one of the most iconic, even down to its infamous trading card, which packs a pretty penny these days. All in all, Charizard made a great addition to any trainer's team, and provided not only firepower, quite literally, but also was a great choice for the Fly HM. Plus, come on, Charmander is like arguably the cutest fire Pokemon ever, so there's that. Alright friends, there we have it. Did we talk about your favorite fire type, or was there one we should have included on this list? Now if you dug this video or want more videos on different kinds of Pokemon types, let us know in those comments below. We always love hearing from you guys. Also, please spread the love by hitting those like and subscribe buttons if you haven't already. And don't forget to check out some of our other gaming videos, like the ones in the playlist currently flashing on your screen. Give it a click. In the meantime, thanks for watching everybody. Catch you all in the next one.